Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our second broadcast of the night. We just wrapped up with the Korean StarCraft League with KSL number 46, and now we are back. We have returned with something a little bit different with this StarsWar 11 Asia Closed Qualifier day number 2. Last night, we were here a day ago, 24 hours ago, covering the quarterfinals. You can see here we covered Firefly taking down Silky 2-0. Lemon took down Rex in a big upset. We had Cyan take down Kingslayer and Coffee advance on over Nice. And now we have our top 4. We have our top 4 of the Asia region. We have Firefly versus Lemon in a PvP and Cyan versus Coffee in a PvT thereafter. If you're a fan of Zerg, I apologize. If you're a fan of Zerg, I do apologize. There are 0 Zerg players left in the region. There were some people talking about Miyamaika, and Miyamaika did not participate in the qualifiers. He signed up, he did not check in. Unfortunately, Miyamaika, he was not a part of the... Oh, come back, No! Come back, Firefly, come back. He left the building. He's done. He knows he's already won, papi. He's over it. He's over it. Este Firefly. But unfortunately, Miyamaika, he wasn't a part of the qualifiers, and as a result, there's no Zerg representation was a little bit lower here in the Asia region. It comes down to 3 Protoss and 1 Terran. Oh boy, who's it going to be? Again, Firefly is coming in as one of the heavy hitters. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype around Firefly. We've been fans of Firefly for over a year, watching him in WTL for the past couple of seasons. He was the star of the Starving Camels. He was the ace player in the Platinum Heroes. And now Firefly is on a new team. He's on a Korean team. He is on Offside. He's on Offside, so it's great to see that Firefly continues to get support. Recently, Firefly did qualify for IEM Katowice. He was a part of IEM as well. He made it through Korean players to qualify for that event. And now he's here looking to make a deep run to qualify for the main event of StarsWar 11. Can he be stopped? Can Lemon stand in his way? Lemon, of course, having his best Max Pax impression. He's not quite Artanis on the screen, but he is a Colossus, apparently. Lemon, he is, of course, the Taiwanese Protoss player. Lemon is a race picker. He is GM as Terran, as Zerg, and as Protoss. And recently, he has been competing as Protoss. He's competed as Terran and Zerg in the past, but currently, he is Protoss. And we're here for another PvP. I hope you're unsatiated. I hope you want some more, because we casted a lot of PvPs in KSL. We casted Stats versus Parting, we casted Stats versus Hero, and we casted Hero versus Creator as well. We've already casted a lot of PvP tonight, and the PvP continues. Let's go. We have the vetoes, we have our best of 5, and we are loading on in. Vámonos, papi. Vámonos. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Firefly, the Chinese Protoss, for Offside. And in the top right, we have as opponent, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player, Lemon, for Mystery Gaming. Let's go. As we are settling into this, and again, we have been going through all the open qualifiers over the past couple of weeks, and now we are here with the first closed qualifiers as well. Again, it is a 3-day event. Yesterday we had the quarterfinals, today we had the semis, and tomorrow, I believe, will be the finals. The finals will be upon us. Oh boy, to determine who will qualify, who makes it through into that main event. We're here for it. We are ready for it. Until then, we have some interesting openers. It's going to be it's going to be 2-gate openers. Never mind. It's going to be a 2-gate opener out of Firefly, double-gate opener out of Lemon as well. So far, everything is by the book. Everything is as it should be, at least initially. And with this Probe Scout, Lemon is going to be confirming that Firefly has nothing up his sleeve, that is not going for any kind of proxy of any sort. So do you see Lemon just confirming that? So likewise across the map, we can see a second pylon is going to be thrown down, and we will not be going for any kind of crazy cheese or crazy aggression, at least initially. Pylon is in the main for Firefly, and Pylon is also in the main base for Lemon. So standard openers. Standard openers, no proxies, not yet. See in the chat. That reminds me of the short-lived Horde team that Alliance Dota had. Oh. There's an offside team that rivals onside. For those that are curious, and Kuro is explaining in the chat, Onside Gaming, or Onside, is not a team anymore. Onside was acquired by Team Vitality. So Maru, Solar, and Ryung, they're all on Team Vitality now. And Onside has, in a way, kind of disbanded. And now they have like a sister B team, which is Offside. So the people that were working on Onside are now managing Offside, which is what Firefly is a part of, Rex is a part of, Control as well. So really cool to see that the people behind Onside are still willing to support even further in StarCraft and willing to support a player like Firefly. Really cool to see. As we're settling on in, we're getting into our expansions, of course. We have our first units of choice as well. We're moving on out. Firefly does have a hidden probe towards the top left. Looking to go in for, I imagine, a follow-up scout at a later time. Is keeping it hidden there. Could even use it to throw down a pylon as Firefly, he's committed to Mass Adept. It wasn't just a double Adept opener. We have 4, we have a 5th and 6th Adept on the way. We could even go into a 7th and 8th Adept as well. Meanwhile, that probe scout is coming back in. But the scout is, gonna be denied. And I'm not sure we scouted the natural, I'll be honest. Hallucination will confirm the amount of adepts we have. Hallucination confirms the Robo follow-up, which is a very interesting follow-up here from Firefly. Looks like a Prism. Looks like it's going to be adepts with a War Prism to support, or maybe even a 2-base all-in with Immortals. We do see Lemon responding with a Twilight Council, looking like Blink. So Blink Stalkers versus a heavy Adept composition, as Adepts are going to be shading across the map. Meanwhile, a big shout out to Air Orange. Oh my papi. A big shout out to Air Orange in the chat. Thank you so much for resubscribing for 27 months. That's a lot of months, papi. That's a lot of months. Thank you so much. Hope you have been enjoying the content over the years. Hope you enjoy the cast. Thank you, Air Orange. Thank you. Much love. Much love. As Adepts are going to be threatening a shade. Some of them are getting picked off in the process, but we do commit to the shade. We're heading straight for that main. And we're going to be able to DPS our way through that building. The pylon is going to be focused down. That's a kill, not a cancel. We focus down one of the pylons and we focus down the other. 2 Adepts, they do bust in. The others do shade away, and we can one-shot probes. 1, 2, 3, 4 probes go down. Almost a 5th, but 4 workers do fall. Pretty good amount of economic damage, as Firefly does take a 5-worker lead, and he still has Adepts threatening that base. Meanwhile, behind this, he's starting up Immortal production. Why Immortals? Well, because we have a Stalker deficit. Lemon has more Stalkers than his opponent, so we need Immortals to make up for that to survive the counterattack once the Adepts go down. And the Adepts will eventually be cleaned up. As we can see here, we get a 6th probe kill. Barely not a 7th. As Lemon is cleaning this up, Blink is on the horizon, and eventually Lemon is going to counterattack. Now, to defend back at home, we will at least have 1 Immortal. There we go, we have a 2nd Immortal on the way. Shield batteries are preparing as well. Firefly is ahead economically, but can he maintain that lead? As Firefly, he's going straight for a 3rd. He's crazy. He's going for the 3rd base, so is Lemon, and the Hallucination does confirm. I was going to say that Firefly doesn't know if it's a 2-base all-in or not, but he reads it well. He scouts and confirms that both players are expanding and that Firefly can get away with his 3rd. Now, Lemon has map control. Lemon does have map control right now, so he can, of course, assert himself, can push towards and threaten that 3rd. Hallucination Scout is going to confirm the position of the army. Lemon is spotted. Firefly pushes forward. Again, Firefly's army is smaller, but he has Immortals, and he has Force Fields. Can use that to his advantage. There we go. Force Fields are thrown down. We do Blink away. Blink is done for Lemon. We'll be bleeding out 1 more probe across the map, and shouldn't lose much more. Loses a 2nd probe. But the Adepts are cleaned up. And basically, Firefly is just chilling back in and building stuff. Oh, a bit of a miss rally there at a Lemon. Bleeds out a Stalker, but he does get on top of the 4th base. Can he force a cancel? He doesn't have the DPS for it. Doesn't have the DPS. Only 3 Stalkers. We are rotating around. So chat, Onside is basically a subdivision. Yeah, exactly. So it was an acquisition, not like a... It's complicated. True, technically a partnership. I guess so, I guess. But for all intents and purposes, the team is referred to as Team Vitality. But Onside still doing what they can in the background. As here we go, Firefly going for a big counterattack. Blink is finishing up in 10 seconds. No shield battery. Uh-oh. Shield battery is still in the way. The Immortals, they're breaking through. And again, this is the big power spike of Firefly as he has 3 Immortals with his army. Boys are being pulled, overcharges popped. But against 3 Immortals, that's a lot of DPS. That's a lot of firepower. We have 1 Immortal to defend. But we're able to get so much damage done here on the 3rd base. And Firefly, he may just snowball out of control from here. Yeah, it may just be too much. We focus down the Immortal. Boys are being pulled once again. And we try to focus down one of the Immortals. We get 1, but only 1. GG gets called, and Firefly takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Firefly, he's looking bored. Firefly. Ay, ay, ay. GG. Firefly does take the first game, and honestly, there wasn't anything too fancy with it. He committed into additional adepts. The adepts were able to cripple the economy. Firefly took an economic lead, and from there, Firefly was just going into his own robo production, into Immortals. He defended the counterattack, and then bam, he snowballed out of control with his economic advantage. Able to build up towards a higher quality army and break Lemon. A very crisp and clean play out of Firefly, which is what we expect. You know, this is what we expect here out of Firefly. Again, he is coming in as the best Protoss in the region. You know, long gone are the days of Maxed, of Cyan, of Jeshi, of even Jim back in the day. Nah, not anymore. Now when it comes to the Chinese Protoss, it is Firefly. We've even seen Firefly take it to Oliveira. Of course, for those that are curious, if you saw the bracket, you're like, hold up, where's Oliveira? Where's the world champion? What's going on? The reigning world champ. He's seated. He is seated. He is invited in, and here we go. We're getting into game 2, and in the top left, we have Firefly for offside. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss. It is a Colossus, and also Lemon. As we're settling into game number 2, again, a big shout out to the sponsors of StarsWar 11. Without them, this will not be possible. Shout out to Team Wii, shout out to SCBoy, Aegon, Doyu, as well as Double Esports, and some other sponsors that I'm unfamiliar with. But a shout out to the sponsors nonetheless. And again, we're settling into game number 2. Just to quickly go over, I believe because Oliveira is the reigning world champion, he has been invited into the main event, so he does not have to partake in the qualifiers. So Oliveira is not a part of this, not yet. But he will be a part of that main event. Really, it's about who joins Oliveira in that main event. That is the question. But now, 2 gate openers. 2 gate opener out of Firefly, 2 gate opener out of Lemon. Everything is looking normal for the time being. I say normal. Did you see Firefly's camera? Not his webcam, but his in-game cam. Firefly, that probe is on a mission. That probe is not scouting. You can see it on the minimap. He's actually going to the Zelnaga, and he's going towards the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Firefly, he's going to be hiding the pylon, I believe. Yeah, and there we go. The pylon is being hidden by Firefly. Lemon going for his own pylon in his main. Firefly is hiding his own. Now, based on the positioning of this pylon, this could be a fake proxy pylon, or it could be a Stargate. It's too far out of the way to be a robo. So it shouldn't be a robo, it shouldn't be a one base all in. It looks like if we commit a Stargate opener instead for Oracle aggression. Oh my god, it's Firefly! He's committing! He's crazy! It is a robo! I stand by what I said. Based on the positioning, this looks like a Stargate. It is very out of the way. It's very far off towards the left-hand side on the edge of the map. So, because of that, is this proxy prison? Is it going to be a war prison first? It's going to take a while for Immortals to reinforce. Regardless, it's an all-in. It's a one-base all-in out of Firefly. Let's go. Let us go. It's called Britolazadora, papi. Oh, gracias, papi, gracias. What are you referring to? I don't even know. That's amazing. I like it. I like it, papi. I like it. But yeah, we are actually making Immortals. Okay, so we're going to be proxying Immortal towards the bottom left-hand corner of the map. We are just rallying them over. Lemon responds with a 3rd gateway. Okay. So Lemon, with that third gateway, he will be able to outproduce his opponent when it comes to gateway units, and he will have an abundance of stalkers to work with. Is that going to be enough though? As Firefly catches out the stalkers, gets a lot of damage done on at least one of them, and can he focus down? He can! No! Bit of mispathing there, and one stalker goes down. We shouldn't get the other, but that's already a big pick off for Firefly. And Lemon, he saw that the pylon was missing, by the way. He knows. Shield batteries on the way. I mean, he doesn't know what's coming his way, but it isn't all in, and he needs to prepare. There we go. The Immortal does reveal itself. We get the second Stalker. Big losses already for Lemon. Shield battery does finish, and he has the high ground. He has the high ground. We're going for a Stargate as a response. I believe the Shade does not scout. I believe the Shade is a little bit too short of vision, and Lemon is getting ready for his own backstab. He's crazy. Okay. Show us what you got. Now, Firefly also throws down a third gateway, so we can keep up in the production. Adepts, they threaten his Shade. They do give some high ground vision there. Ooh, we have a Sentry for a force field, so we can slice up the army. And the Prism has arrived. Yeah, we can focus down that gateway. Oh, the force field! We catch two of these Stalkers. We force the overcharge. Thankfully, the overcharge is within range. And we can see Lemon going for a backstab. Bold move out of Lemon. Will it pay off? As Firefly now has to make a choice. Does he warp in across the map or back at home? And he has to warp in at home. He has one Stalker to defend. Only one, though. As Lemon, he's breaking through. And Firefly supply blocked. He can't warp in. No shot. He's 46 out of 47. And Firefly, he cannot warp in back at home. He has to lose the units. Adept does fall. Oh, but he's about to be supply blocked once again with the death of that pylon. No. Firefly, he's being pulled apart. He is supply blocked. We dive on top of the Immortal. We focus it down. Solid pick up there by Lemon. And Lemon, he's not just holding, he's not just surviving, but he's also crippling Firefly across the map. And Firefly, he knows. He knows he cannot end the game. He has to recall, and he's transitioning. Now suddenly the turns have tabled. Suddenly, Firefly is the defender, and Lemon, he's going for a big counterattack. Now Lemon's also going to be expanding. It's going to be a later expansion compared to his opponent. I believe Lemon should be pushing, but it looks like he's looking for the proxy. He's trying to find that robo. Where exactly is it? And eventually he will find it. It's over towards the left-hand side. He will depower this robo. Thankfully, the Observer did pop out for Firefly. Does have it. Gonna be able to move out with it. As Lemon is going to try to scout across the map with that initial Phoenix. And he's chilling. He's just chilling back at home. We're settling down. Whew. Okay. So the all-in from Firefly didn't quite work out. We did force a big reaction out of Lemon. We forced him to stay on one base. But overall, I want to give the edge to Lemon here. I mean, it does have a later expansion, unfortunately. So Firefly, he's going to be able to get into a better economy. Lemon's going for a robot to defend. Firefly going for a Dark Shrine. Thankfully, Lemon does have the robo for detection. He will have observers. He's getting there. Meanwhile, Firefly's going to be pushing. Ooh, going to be reinforcing on the front lines. Oh, the Dark Shrine is scouted, by the way, by the Hallucination. Big scout there by Lemon. Big scout by Lemon. Meanwhile, Firefly wants to try to dive on that army. He does force field the ramp. Gets a force field off. He's diving into the main base. Juggling his units over. Duh, but he won't make it in. Again, Lemon, he was in position. He had enough to defend. That Phoenix doing so much to zone away that Prism. And Firefly, he lost a high MG Sentry. That was a big pick-off. That's a big pick-off there. As Lemon, he prioritizes the Observer. It's on the way. Meanwhile, we catch a Stalker. Not bad. One Stalker does fall. DT's trying to waddle in, but again, we have the Observer out. It's out in a couple of seconds. We do need a little bit more time. Yes, there we go. We have one DT in the natural, one DT in the main base. We can one-shot probes. The overcharge does nothing. And we get 7 probe kills. Good damage dealt so far by Firefly. Pretty impressive, to be honest. Despite the detection, he gets 7 probes. Firefly takes an economic lead, and he backs up. Backs the hell off. Gets the hell out of there. Races back home. And can Firefly survive the counterattack? That is the question. Can he survive? Can he hold? Lemon, he rocks up. He's got his Stalkers. He's got Blink. Does get caught out a little bit there. Does get spotted. And it looks like we're going to settle once again into our third bases. So we're calming things down. Getting into our 3-base setup. Getting into our 3-base setup here. We do have a gateway explosion from Firefly. It looks like he wants to commit with Blink Stalkers. The DT tries to waddle in, gets one more probe, but only gets 3. Not bad. It's an okay amount, but less than ideal. 3 probe kills, and it does fall. But you can see here that Firefly, he was able to have a slightly better economy overall, a slightly faster third base, and that is going to be snowballing into a slightly bigger army. Does have a larger army here. He's pushing, going to be hitting a crisp timing with his own Blink. Oh, where's the shield battery, by the way? We catch out the Stalkers. Ooh, a good amount of Stalkers go down. Big loss there for Lemon. The Phoenix comes in from behind. We did see a reaction out of Firefly. He does shut down the Phoenix, and he's pushing his way through. DT at the same time wreaking havoc at the natural, and Lemon's being pulled apart. Boys are being pulled. Overcharges force, but GG gets called, and Firefly takes game number 2. Hey, Firefly is like, yo, just give me the... There was a ceremony that Solar had in WTL when he played. We're getting into game 3. The pressure is on, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have Firefly, the Chinese Protoss, for offside. And in the top left, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss player. The pressure is on for Mystery Gaming, Lemon. We have to bounce back here and now. And I mentioned this the other day, yesterday. You know, Lemon, apparently his avatar is the Colossus. No, it's long, it's big, it's lanky, it's huge. We haven't seen a Colossus yet, you know? Like, if that is his unit, if that is what he identifies as, we need some... Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to rush into Colossus. Which is not really a thing in PvP, but maybe that's what we're missing. Maybe that's what Lemon needs to whip out, here and now. Or maybe he's struggling because Colossi aren't really a thing in PvP. They're seen every now and then, but they're not common. Can Lemon eat a Firefly? Oh, that's an interesting visual. Can we lure the Firefly in? Let's find out, as we do see a probe being cheeky out on the map. Interesting. For now, it's going to be a 2-gate opener. It's going to be a 2-gate opener from either player. Firefly, he is hiding his pylon, but this time, it's a fake. And I like this. Winding it back. Remember, in game number 2, Firefly did commit to a 1-base all-in. Now he's faking a 1-base all-in. Is the Colossus a lemon with stick legs? Oh, true. Is that really all this Colossus is? Is it just a big lemon? Maybe. That's why we feel sour when we lose to Colossi, Bobby. True, true. Ah. As again, Firefly, he's going for the fake 1-base all-in, and it's going to be on Lemon to read this. Now, shout out to Lemon because he's scouting. He's checking, he's looking for the fake, for the pylon, and he will come across it. So very nice scouting pattern here out of Lemon. Looking at his vision, he does come across the pylon, he does scout, and now he knows that he has nothing to be scared of. He's now aware that it's not a 1-base all-in. Back at home did open up double Stalker, but he should be expanding. Should be taking his Nexus. Firefly is going to be the first to expand as he skips some of his, or he delays his units, goes for a double sentry follow-up. Next Sire on the way. Ooh, and Firefly, his tech of choice is going to be a Colossal. Sorry, it's going to be a Robo. I saw the robot and my brain thought Colossus. I'm just the Colossus. It's on the mind. It's on the mind right now. Is he doing? Is Firefly gonna try and beat Lemon with his own unit? Oh, let's go. But no, it's gonna be the robot opener. It's a very safe way to open. This gives you access to faster immortal production, and immortals, they're able to just keep you safe and sound against a more heavy stalker army from your opponent. So very safe way to play. Stalkers, they have arrived. They're going to be applying pressure here at the natural. Ooh, and Firefly doesn't have much to defend. His adepts are across the map. He has adepts across the map. Immortals on the way. We try to force our way up into the main base. We do get force fielded. And there is a shield battery. We catch out some of these units. Shield battery doing what they can, keeping these sentries alive. They do focus down one of the stalkers. Have you ever seen sentries kill a stalker? That was crazy. What? Firefly, he's cracked. He sees 4 stalkers. He's like, man, I'm fine. I got 2 sentries. I win that fight. This is before the patch, by the way. They are buffing the sentry in PvP. Okay. Firefly, he kills the stalker. He moves out. Does see the army. He's going to try to collapse on this. They come in with reinforcements, forces the recall, and he will not kill a stalker. Lemon, he will recall back home just in time. Kills that pylon. And now we're settling in. Now, when it comes to Firefly, he has the immortal. He has the first immortal. We have a prism as they follow up, and now it's time for Firefly to break free. Now, Firefly, he has a lower drone count, a lower probe count, because he was denied mining at his natural. So he's down in economy, but he's up in army, and he has to try to break through. There is a shield battery, but the immortal doesn't care about your shield batteries. Oh boy. Does care about the overcharge, though. There is an overcharge available. Firefly does try to find a way in. Is going to be dropping into the main. Oh, he goes for the force field. No shot. He does get it. He's juggling into the main base, and recall is on cooldown. Recall is on cooldown. We take control of the ramp. We force field again and again. And Lemon, he's stuck outside the base. He can't recall. The boys are being pulled. Firefly trying to end this in style as the force field finally runs out. We break through. We break back in. But we force field again. And this is becoming too much. This is game-ending damage. Not like this. As again, Lemon, he's stuck outside of his own main. Now he finally pushes in, but he's lost 9 probes already. He's going for the immortal. But the juggling is too good. We keep the immortal alive just barely. It's so close to going down. Good target firing here. GG gets called. Firefly takes the series 3-0. Papi. GG, well played. Firefly. They cut him off, but I don't know if you saw, he has an offside jacket. He has an offside jacket. He was pointing out the logo. Big shout out to Firefly. He takes the 3-0 again in style. Winding it back. If you're in that position, your kind of out of jail free card is the recall. Like, if you get caught out and if you're stuck outside the main base, recall is usually the way to respond. But if you remember, Lemon recalled back home his stalkers, so recall was on cooldown, and he could not recall into his own main. He was locked out. He was locked outside of his own house, and Firefly just wreaked havoc. GG, well played. Congratulations to Firefly. Advances on to the grand finals. But we have another series. We have another matchup. Up next is going to be Cyan versus Coffee. Cyan versus Coffee is up next. Is going to be a PvT. This is going to be closer. I do think that there is a skill gap between Firefly and Lemon. So coming into